Okay, now what we're attempting to do today here at Kim's Gardens is to make another Hypertufa bowl, but we're trying to get the marble bowl like I showed you in a previous video. I'll note the video up in front of us, but the bowl looks like this. It just gave us a really shiny, nice appearance, and it was real slick on the outside, even glossy. And we thought it might be because we put it into a slick container. Now I don't have one as equally slick, but this is what I thought I used. I can see my reflection in this. You can see the light glow from it. So it's a fairly slick bowl. So that's what I'm going to use to try to duplicate it. And the other way I'm going to also try to duplicate it was with excess water. I think we put just a little bit too much water in it. And in that one I also used the charcoal colorant. So I'm going to match all those circumstances to see if I can get a duplication of the marble Hypertufa. So let me get everything mixed up and we'll be ready to go. For this test, I've got everything mixed up like I ordinarily would. You can see how this is a ball that holds together. And if I were going to make a regular thing, 2-foot bowl, it just holds together and holds against the wall. And one of the problems that I had with that particular bowl is it slumped really bad. So I'm going to say that this would be the good way, and I need to make it more liquidy, a little bit too much liquid. So I don't really know how much more, but I'm going to pour in an excess, and then we're mixing it up again. I just want to make it so we see the necessity to put a slump guard in there, like an inner bowl. And this does have a little bit of the charcoal coloring like I had in that original. I don't know, does this feel...
I think it needs a little bit more.
A little more. Yeah,
just
a little bit
smidge
more. Okay, that's all I have in that container. And who knows if we can ever get that marble. It could have been a fluke that just happened for who knows what reason. Because it doesn't appear that the reason was the slickness of the side alone. No. And it does not appear that it was the charcoal coloring, because I've had that before. So this doesn't seem to want to hold. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, when I did that ball test the other time, and I was squeezing, and then I held it, I mean, this still holds, but I was able to shake a lot longer.
Okay.
And it held together.
So what do you think? Any extra, or is this enough?
I don't know. I almost want to say let's do a little bit more.
I want a little bit more water for the test.
I'm glad you...
Okay,
we agree.
Here is more water. Okay, let's see what that looks like.
I think... Now...
Oh, this feels very slushy.
Oh, yeah, I think this
very,
is it.
Very slushy. Now, do you think this is overdoing it, or is this just right?
I think this is just right, and let's not do any more right.
Now,
how long are we going to let this dry?
There is no way that would stay up on the side. And that's almost exactly how it was before.
Okay. Then let's do it.
Okay. Well, this should work for our experiment to see if we can get the marble look back. So here we go.
All right, let's move. I want to put the container there like we did.
And I will grab another glove.
All right, we ready?
Now we did not have a liner in the one that marbled. No
Then
liner.
let's not do.
So let's not
Wait a
put the
minute.
liner.
But if we.
But we did spray. I think we sprayed.
Well, we need to rinse that out.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's.
So it would
be a
duplicate that
slick,
clean slick bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to clean this out. Give it a quick rinse. Okay, so now we're ready. We've got our slick bowl all cleaned out. And you can see how glossy that interior is. You can see the reflection. So here we go with the too wet material. And we're going to see if we can duplicate the marble. Now I don't know if that's roughly a gallon-sized bowl, but we made a quart to do this. And this is the regular amount, or the regular ingredients. Vermiculite, oh, it is so gooey. This feels weird. I'm not used to working with this gooiness.
I think what we should do is just go ahead and put that form in the middle and then put stuff down around the side.
Okay. And I've already sprayed this. I coated him with the pan. So he's going right down into the center.
Yeah. Because I'm really not sure how we're going to, if we don't do it like that.
So you look like he's in the middle on your side?
Yeah. Oops. I think this will be easier.
I think it will too.
Well, I'm
So
getting
we're
it on
just
the table.
basically filling up these outer corners and we're going to compress it down. I think I can better do the rest with my fingers.
Yeah, I think so too.
This seems to be just about the right amount.
I know. I don't know how you judged that, Mother, but you did really.
I don't know.
You're
Just
awesome.
did a visual compared on what we did with our last one. With the visual of the gallon container that we used. This looks pretty good.
I know. I'm pretty proud.
Now you can
It's a
see
little
this
bit
is
less.
it almost feels like it's jiggly like Jell-O. And that, I don't feel, if I remember right, I don't remember my
Look at this
mixture
moving.
being so jello-ish. We're going to have to put
I think let's
a
pour
weight.
sand in the middle.
Sand,
We've got
okay.
that beach sand. We can just pour it down in there.
Okay.
Do you want
Or
to?
even I've got other sand. Want me to
Let's
put
do the regular
sand?
sand. Let's do
Okay.
just normal. That way we still have our beach. That's a good idea. Because I think it needs, oh my gosh, Mother.
There's the sand.
Okay,
Do I need a
and
scoop?
then, yeah, let me go grab a scoop. You stay there.
We'll just use this bowl. Oh, you got one? Here.
We still
Let's
use this.
bowl. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, to keep this weighed down, let me visualize it. It looks level to me on this side.
Same here.
Now,
Oh
is
yeah,
this
air
something
bubbles.
that you do to get air bubbles out? I know there's some kind of jiggler. When I've tried to research what made those sides so smooth, that's what it tells me. So there's my air bubble removal. That was very professional. So we're going to just fill this inside liner with sand to weight it down. And that looks like it's still staying level.
Do you want me to add more?
I think that should do it.
I think so too. Oh, I just saw an air bubble.
You did?
Right there. Yeah, like literally. There's another one.
Now this might keep if this should turn into that marble one, there might not be pockets around the outside like we had little air hole pockets. So I think that's good. And then at this point in time, I'm not going to move it.
No,
because I think I would really mess it up. So it hardens in a 24-hour period, or I shouldn't even use the word harden. It does get hard, but it cures. And the hydration with all those chemicals occurs and turns it into this rock hard concrete. Basically, our Hypertufa is concrete made with peat moss and vermiculite. So we're going to see how this works and see if we get a marble container.
I don't want any of those little pieces. Do we, oh, there was another air bubble. See that just popped out right there?
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
That is pretty neat. Do we need to put anything over it to hold in the moisture? Do you have one of your domes
Let me see.
that would work to go over?
Can I use a bigger
Like a
container?
larger,
Would
yeah.
one of these fit over it?
That way we can kind of,
Is this too large, too small? Would this fit down over it?
there's no dust.
Oh,
At least
perfect.
goes, let's
That'll
do
at
that.
least keep it its little drying tent. There we go. A little drying tent for that. And that's just one of my upside down little trash can florist department liners that I got free. So we'll see what it looks like when we're ready to open it. Okay, it's been about 3 weeks, and this particular marble testing pot has been in its original mold now for about that period of time, and I'm getting ready to immerse it because it doesn't seem like it's going to lend itself to coming out of its pot because it's such a tight fit. This one we made it very, very liquidy in order to try to get that smooth marble appearance, and you can see how it just leveled out really level on the top. So I'm going to soak it in water in this tub for maybe about 30 minutes to see what we can do to get it out. So here goes. I guess I should have put this on a tripod, but I didn't. But I've got my hose out, and I'm going to fill that up. And hopefully this is going to soak it out of its container. Now, that was not the case with the other. I don't think I filmed when I took the other out of its pot, but we had to rip the pot out. So we've got the one marble container, and I've had one failure that did not make the marble. But I'm hoping the smooth appearance plus the length of time may have something to do with it. Okay, so I've got this just about full. Yeah, that's full enough to completely immerse the pot. So I'm going to leave it soak, and we'll see what it looks like in about 30 minutes. This would not come out of it, so what we're going to do is wedge a butter knife down the side and hope that we can get it to come out, because you can see where it's trying to pull itself loose, but it just won't pop out, even with the drilled hole on the other side. Maybe there's a bit of an overlap where it's overlapped right here. But let's see. And you can pop it back into this bucket of water if you think that'll help it slip. Now that we've got, but we're trying to get that marble look, and I've had this in the slick container for such a long time. I'm hoping this is going to work. Now, do you think we could wedge through that hole in the bottom?
I don't know.
Be careful, I don't want to break it. See if it'll float out. There it goes. Look at it. Oh, it does look like marble. Look. Oh, it's shiny and glossy. It's perfect. It worked. Look at that. Here, hold it straight up so I can see it from the top. Oh, yeah. I think it did turn into the marble because it looks almost exactly the same. There's less of these little pocket holes that I had from the other one, but it's shiny. Oh, yeah. Let me get my other marble one. It's so dry over here. There's the original. And this is our duplicate. Here, let's set them side by side. Look at that. I think we got it. So either the solution is, and I think most likely it's too much water in the mix. It really condenses and compresses it. I think that works. Now, we did leave it in the mold for 3 weeks. If that was a part of it, it may or may not be. We'll wet this one back down to see if they match. But this is one that was only built on a slick side and in that other, the same container. And it is not a marble, it's a regular. Okay, we wet that one back down so they look similar. I think that must be the marble. When you put too much water in, there you go. So we got our marble. And it just needed to have that butter knife drilled down in there. And maybe it helped to have the hole drilled in it that let a little bit of water in the bottom. But that's it. We've created a marble one. We got a little tiny bit of damage on the outside, but I'll round that off anyway. I think I'd want to take that hard edge off. But I like it. I think it looks really, really good. Woohoo! I got a marble one.